The Nolan Wells situation gets 1000% worse. Hey man, we on the road to 1 million. If you ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turned on all notifications, slap the dog shit about yourself. Cause that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. Video by Poetic Flacco. Let's see what it hit for.
The levels of betrayal that we learned today that Nolan Wells went through at the hands of his white friends towards the end of his life is horrifying, bro. It's sickening. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. Nolan's family did a press conference earlier today with Benjamin Crump, Al Sharpton, and other activists present, where they officially addressed the media and the public, and they officially laid out their case. Now, during this press conference, we learned a couple new details that we didn't know. First off, I was completely off and wrong about the phone situation. Turns out I was giving the friends too much benefit of.
Well, damn. Oh, he said he was giving them too much benefit of the doubt. He said he was wrong, but he was giving the friends too much benefit of the doubt. That means it gets worse.
The doubt. I thought at the very least, man, if y'all were responsible for killing the little homie, y'all would at least give up his phone voluntarily and his property. At the very least, even if you killed the boy, bruh, you would give his family back his property voluntarily. Come to find out, bruh, it was a fight for the family to get back his property.
Is that right?
So first off, I was under the notion they called the family up and said, hey, we got his phone, here it is. No, they apparently had to track Nolan's phone. They had to use Life 360 to track his phone. And when they track his phone, it wasn't until they popped up to get the phone is when the friends have no other option but to hand it over.
Of course. They got something to hide.
We are grateful especially to our friend Tashima, who actually was one of the people who helped us that night. She went and picked up his cell phone from where it was and then provided that to us, because we of course contacted authorities to figure out who to do the report with, whether it was the county or the city, which then turned into DMR, who I contacted immediately from there. So our friend actually, when I called her, Nolan is best friends with her two sons, Jalen and Javon. When I called her, I said, Tashima, have you seen Nolan? He's missing. No one has seen him. No one has talked to him. The boys were actually with her sons. So they opened up their Snapchat, because a lot of the kids do have their locations where they're tracking one another. So one of the boys says, well, it's showing that, I can't exactly remember what his location was showing, but my Life 360 location was showing something completely different. It was actually showing that his phone was like he was on land. And so we ended up, she received the phone from that parent.
Before we even get to the deleted messages, the Snapchats, the photos, the videos that was deleted from out of Nolan's phone, let's just address this. If the phone was still on when it got to the home, which is how they were even still able to track it to the friend's house, was because the phone was at least on when it got to the friend's house, then riddle me this. If the phone is on and your homie go missing, his family is calling him, his friends is calling him, I would imagine that if you guys cared about him, if you guys thought he was really missing, y'all would be calling him too to figure out where he's at, right?
So where's the Snapchat location showing though? You know what I'm saying? Cause she said on land. Is it, like the mainland Mississippi, or is it the island land? You know what I'm saying? I imagine it's gotta be mainland Mississippi though. But where is the Snapchat location showing though?
If that's your homie and you guys left, hey bro, you got home safely? Wouldn't that be the first thing you do? If you left your friend behind on an island and an hour, 2 hours go by as you guys is packing up to get home, you guys is unloading the boat, everything, y'all not calling, hey bruh, is you good? And when you picked up that phone, to call his number, wouldn't it be ringing? You would clearly hear that phone ringing if the phone was in your possession as you're calling the phone. And once you realize the phone is ringing back to back, and you see his family is calling and his friends is calling and you guys is calling, wouldn't you pick up the phone and call his mom, be like, hey mom, his phone is over here. He left his phone behind. But that never happened. No.
Yeah, because they had the phone
No.
all the time.
While everybody is calling, they had the phone. It took the parents having to track the phone back to their house and pulling up before they could get the phone. To me, that's suspicious. That's sketchy.
Yeah.
But this next story about Nolan's car is even more sketchy. So Nolan is pictured with several people on that island, several. Now, one of the dudes he's pictured with on that island, apparently Nolan and a few others went to his house first and parked their cars there. So while Nolan is missing, they go to his vehicle, they locate his vehicle. Now the vehicle is locked. So they're trying to find any signs of him, trying to see if there's any clues left behind to find out where he's at. But the car is locked. The keys to Nolan's car is apparently at the house belonging to one of Nolan's friends. One of the friends who's actually on the island with Nolan called Jax. Now, apparently they get to Jack's crib. Nolan's friends are outside trying to figure out what's going on and what happened, right? What's going on with Nolan? So the father gets to the crib. Jack starts telling the father, man, Nolan was like a brother to me. The father said, that's cool. Where is Nolan Keys at? Right? We're trying to figure out what's going on with Nolan. Jack starts stumbling, starts stalling, starts delaying, starts lying, making up excuses. This entire
they know what the fuck happened, bro.
key situation really makes your eyebrow raise.
And then we met up where his car was, which was at a separate location. There were issues obtaining the key, but even so, there's just a lot of...
Tell them about what happened with the key.
So I'm gonna let my husband tell you about that, because he actually went up to the door to get the key, because at that point I was just not in my right mind. This has just been an awful situation, just terrible.
Elmore Waters, father.
Okay, so the situation with the key. When we got to the house, a few of his friends, they were already there, and they were at the door in the house, asking questions. So when I walked up, they were getting, things were getting kind of intense. So I turned to them and told them, I need you guys to calm down. I don't do this to me right now. I need them to kind of trust me so they can give me something. So I was able to calm them down. So the guy...
See, they already know too much, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because if everybody thinking your friend is missing and he actually missing, you don't got nothing to do with it. You probably gonna be like, oh, he probably all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, he probably just is missing his phone. Like, nah. They in straight panic mode.
He's in one of the pictures. He came out of the room, half asleep or whatever, I think Jax or whatever. And I said, look, I'm Nolan's father. I'm here to get his keys so I can get his car. I said, he's like, his car's in the yard. His car's parked in the yard. So he was like, I don't know, man. I know he's like my brother. I said, well, if Nolan was like your brother, would you please go in your room and see if you can find my son's keys so I can take his car home? He walks off. 2 or 3 minutes, come back. I can't find the keys. And I said, okay. So at that point, I get the boys and I move them out the house, because I didn't want them to go into the house and start tearing up these people's houses, because there'll never be a hole in the situation.
Then whose house is this? Who people house is this?
So walk outside by the car. One of the guys that was in the house with us, he was on the phone with a girl, and the girl told him that Nolan's keys were on top of this Jax guy's Xbox in the house, because apparently she was there with him earlier. So he goes back up to the door by himself.
A lot going on.
And 5 minutes later, the keys come out. So now I feel like you lied to me. So now I'm really like in distress with you.
The father would have been wrong if he would have went in his jaws, right? Y'all would have called the father all type of names, all type of ghettos, all like all type of names in a book if he would have went up in that boy's jaw, right? That's your brother. That's your homie. You love him, right? We trying to find him at this point. We trying to find him at this point. That car could be a huge missing piece. We say, yo, where the keys at? And you know he was in this crib. He parked in this crib. Like, he parked here. He left the keys here. Before y'all went to the island. You go and search for 3 minutes, come back, oh, I didn't find nothing, sir. It's not here. The key's not here, sir. Only for a girl to say, nah, he's lying. The keys is on top of that Xbox. Yo, if that girl had a vivid memory, exactly understand this, okay? Now, the girl didn't say, yo, the keys is, no, the key, she said the keys is on top of his Xbox.
Right, no, exactly.
The Xbox is something that you clearly play every day. So if that,
and this is a different girl, this ain't that white girl from earlier. I forgot what her name was, Abby or some shit. What the fuck her name was?
That girl had the foresight to say, yo, the keys is on his Xbox. You went back to look for the quote unquote keys. You spent 3 minutes looking for the keys to come and say, hey, I can't find it. You ain't look on top of your Xbox? You ain't look in your room? So where did you look for these keys at? If it took you 3 minutes to go ahead and look for these keys, where did you look for the keys at that you didn't find it on top of your Xbox? Something that you use and play every day. Clearly, you had no intentions on helping his family. Clearly, you had no desire on helping his family. And I'm just wondering, bro, what type of people was Nolan around, bro? If these are supposed to be his friends, God.
I mean, it's high school as it gets, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody's fake. Everybody's just acquaintances for real. After high school, the real world hits you. That's what they used to say. Once you get into the real world, you won't have no friends. That shit true to them, at least for me it is. You get out there, you know what I'm saying? Fake.
I don't know what an enemy is, man. If these are your friends and you missing, yo, daddy showed up, distressed, trying to do anything to help you out, and your homie, first off, he says he woke up out of his sleep disheveled.
Well, you know it's bad when the parents is when somebody's parents is showing up, and you're 18 years old, people is driving, leaving their cars as other people have, you know something bad didn't happen. And it's the fact that they didn't got all the way back home, unloaded the boat. This after everybody calling, blowing up the phone. Where this, where that. You know what I'm saying? And you know that they getting calls and text messages on their phones as well, bro. They know what happened. They know what happened, bro. Everybody knows what happened. But don't nobody want to say nothing because he black. Crazy how white folks, they quick to tell on your black ass. Oh, but let it be something that they did to your black ass. Nigga, they ain't telling shit. That's wicked word.
Dude, like this shit. So I'm missing you, my so-called brother, and you asleep. Like, right? No care or worry in the world. You wake up. Hey, bro, can you get Nolan keys? It's not here, sir. Well, I can't find it. 3 minutes later. Man, all right, man. Now, it gets worse, okay? So the mama finally addressed.
No. I ain't saying you can't. I ain't saying people, but you know what I'm saying when I say it's high school. I have one to this day, and even all through school, the times I tried to make friends with motherfuckers, tried to fit in, that shit didn't work, nigga. It still didn't stuck. Even the people that I thought I was close with, thought I had. You know what I'm saying? Thought we was day ones like that. We was friends for a long ass fucking time. Come to find out that they was still one of the fakest people I had, one of the biggest haters, biggest jealous, envious. Well, you could have been right here by my side in today's current time. I walked away with only one person that I could really say. And thank God his mama moved them back to Oklahoma, nigga. Because they was gone to different states at a point in time, nigga. I can only say I got one homie for real. Day one since 5 years old, my nigga. Brother. That I don't got no shame in saying that because I know it's actually reciprocated in return. You know what I'm saying? Biological couldn't make us no closer. Only one though. Only one. So it ain't 9.9 out of 10, nigga. It's more like 99.9 out of 100. You know what I'm saying?
The deleted messages and deleted images and videos. Now, apparently, when the mama got the phone back, they went through the snap. Now, the Snapchat is where Nolan was communicating with these dudes at. Understand, when Nolan went missing, all the friends went to Snapchat to try to find him. They all was calling his Snapchat. They all was like trying to trace the Snapchat via the Snapchat map, right? So the Snapchat is where he communicated with these people the most. It's where if anything would have happened and he communicated with it, it would have been on Snapchat. The parents get the phone and go through the Snapchat, the entire Snapchat damn near erased, man.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that because if you delete text messages, it's not gonna show that it's deleted. If you go to Snapchat, it'll say deleted, 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 deleted. Especially if it's same day. You know what I'm saying? That shit'll say deleted. And if you in high school, nigga, you in school, you're using Snapchat. Snapchat is still popping for niggas in school, yes. Even for niggas out of school, it's popping. Snapchat is still popping, yes.
Yo, they can't find no recent messages. They can't find no recent pictures. Nothing. That's odd. That's strange. Like what do you mean? Like the Snapchat is wiped clean? Who wiped it clean? Nolan was dead, right?
So when we
I mean, technically, you could go in on if it's on Snapchat, the other person could go and delete the shit. Right or wrong. The other person can go and delete the shit at any time, I believe. Even if you save it in the chat, they could still go delete it, I believe. Unless you save it to camera rolls, like a photo, video, or something. That's different. But a text? Nah.
made it home, my sister and I actually went through Nolan's cell phone, particularly Snapchat, because that is so popular with the children. And when we opened it up, there was nothing. There were no saved pictures. There were no snaps from that day. And we did open it before the 24-hour expiration. So we found that very concerning, only because
But it's confirmed. Is so. How do you know that he actually even like used Snapchat to like save anything that day though? I'm not saying to not text nobody, but like to save, like post on his story. Maybe he did though. She might have him on Snapchat. I don't know. But is it proven that he was active posting on his story or whatever it is? Group chats. Must be. Must be.
anyone who's ever been around Nolan will tell you at social gatherings, he's taking videos, he's taking pictures, he's even come up to me when I'm getting ready to go to bed. Hey, Mom, come on, take a picture of me. You know, like that was Nolan. So that's why we feel that things may have been deleted, was because of the fact that there was nothing in either one of his accounts.
The next part actually makes that look a little bit more suspicious. You see, if you want to say, listen, man, he didn't take no pictures and videos that day, that's not suspicious, cool. But he didn't send no snaps that day, he didn't message nobody that day. That's like somebody coming and discovering your phone after you go missing and then seeing you didn't message nobody all week.
All week is different for me. My shit be dry though. My shit dry. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with people like that.
That's the equivalent to an
Hey,
18
if I ain't got a shorty, my shit gonna be dry than a bitch. So.
year old not sending no messages to nobody. They communicated on Snap to meet up for the beach. Sorry, the Horn Island. His friends was communicating with him on Snap that day, which is why when he went missing, the first thing they did was go to Snap. So where the messages from the friends at that day? So he didn't snap nobody. He didn't send no messages to nobody that day on Snapchat. Clearly not, bro. Clearly something got deleted. Now why? Who knows?
Yeah, I don't necessarily, I don't know, cause I feel like, I mean, even then, even if he didn't use Snapchat that day, you tell me bro didn't take not one picture, not one video of something, and you're going on this boat, you having a good, jolly good time today. You know what I'm saying? You not taking not one picture or video of something. That's kind of hard to believe.
But Benjamin Crump did say they found or they got an enhanced version of the video we saw where Nolan is getting like into the altercation.
Is that right?
Now we could hear Nolan screaming and there was a back and forth, but it was hard to make out exactly what they said. They now have an enhanced version. And according to them, the fight that was happening between Nolan and somebody else, Nolan was actually screaming for them to give him back his phone. Nolan was
right?
like, give him my damn phone, man. Give him my damn phone.
Is that right?
That was the argument back and forth. Now, I'm here to say, what was in that phone that was so precious that they was keeping it from Nolan even when he was screaming?
I'll tell you what it is. Look, Katie, I think her name was Katie. I think that's who little shorty was. The little white girl. Who the little white girl name, bro? I think her name was Katie. Yeah. He was macking on Katie or something. You know what I'm saying? Or the little white girl that knew where the keys was in the house. He was macking on one of them two. And you know, he was taking they bitches, right? Only black guy around. Shorties love him. You know what I'm saying? So they got a little jealous.
The top of his lungs for them to give him back his phone.
It's important. And then the fact, Reverend Al, that they have this video of an argument that is going on. And you know, thank God all young people, they have cell phones, and anytime you hear people raising their voice, they start the video. And so you hear on the video, Nolan saying, give me my freaking phone. What are you freaking doing? And that becomes even more relevant when you think about the story that they are presenting, that Nolan chose to stay behind. That's what they're saying.
If Nolan is screaming for them to give him back his phone and they still kept it and then went home with the phone, what was in that phone that they couldn't let Nolan get the phone back?
Yeah.
What was in that? What did Nolan have in that phone about?
That's what I was saying in the other video, bro. It's like, if he stayed back, it's like, bro, ain't no way he did not want his phone. They had to have like intentionally like try to keep him away and hold him, bully him. You know what I'm saying? Fuck him over from not having his phone. You know, like I already called that. I seen that. You know what I'm saying? That only makes sense. That's what they're saying happened. Oh, he left his phone on the boat and they took off with it. Is that right? Yeah, okay.
Them that they didn't want out. Because if he's screaming, give me back my phone back, man, what you doing? What the freak? Give me back my phone back. And they still kept his phone. Something was in that phone.
And then it's like, okay, if they left him on the island by itself, which we already know he probably wasn't by himself, and they took his phone, they intentionally did that. Like, ain't no way, like, come on. They fucking this nigga over, bro. That's clear as day.
That they were willing to kill over, man. Something was in that phone that they were willing to kill and do life in prison over before it gets out. And then the mom
they're gonna do life in prison.
gets the phone back and things are deleted from the phone. Isn't that the motive right there? You see how, you see how when you use common sense, everything lines up?
My thing is though, if even if it's deleted, bro, especially Snapchat, nigga, they can get that shit. They can get it. Cause I read to that one video where Shorty, she was a school teacher or some shit, right? She was using Snapchat. She had a private story of like no more than 20 people or not even. She had a private story, right? She posted on her private story, my nigga, that she wanted to shoot the school up or some shit like that. Shoot a kid or some shit. It was like a joke or something. It was a little white girl. She harmless, harmless girl. She would never do anything to nobody, bro. The FBI, it automatically triggered some shit in the FBI, and they came to the school and arrested her, bro. Shorty went to jail, bro. So if that's possible, nigga, it's possible that they can recover that shit, nigga. Simple.
You see how their events and their story doesn't make sense, but when you get more details and you just line up the series of events, it all makes sense. Nolan is yelling to get back his phone. They didn't want to give it to him. Nolan's mom finally gets his phone after Nolan goes missing, and she sees things are deleted from the phone. So what about that phone made y'all want to keep it? What was in that phone that y'all did not want to give it back to Nolan? Man, y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this, bro. This is sketchy, bro. This is a different level of betrayal. I've never seen nothing like this before in my life. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think, all right? If you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, click on.
Yeah, man, it ain't looking good for the white boys if you let me tell it. Usual suspects. Usual suspects, man. Can't never put it past them now. Can't never put it past them. Let this be a lesson, though, bro. Hey, man. Don't go offshore with some white boys. You the only black boy. You know what I'm saying? 10, 15 miles offshore, bro. But apparently he wasn't by himself. So it's like, it's a lot more people, bro. You know that this was a party at the island. Like, the island was jumping. There's more people involved in this than what they saying, bro. I'm telling you. Yeah, let me know what y'all think, though, bro. We on the road to 1 million. If you ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turned on all notifications. Slap the dog shit about yourself. Cause that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. I get it y'all on the next one, and I'm gone. 2 by Peter 9.